What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be about grocery shopping on a budget in Tokyo as a strict plant-based vegan. The reason why I'm making this video is because my friend at school said that you need money to be a vegan out here in Tokyo, and I disagree. I'm coming from the United States, he's coming from Mexico, so I don't know how much it costs to be a vegan in Mexico. Being a vegan here in Tokyo is a lot cheaper than being a vegan in Los Angeles. I'm talking about making meals at home. The majority of the meals I eat, I make here in my apartment. I'm renting a short-term apartment because I'm studying for one semester, and it comes with a fridge, microwave, tea kettle, rice cooker, and a stove with 2 burners. Not a lot of apartments out here have an oven, so keep that in mind. This one also didn't have a blender, but I got one for about $30 at Big Camera, because me and my classmate from Spain actually made some delicious gazpacho. Maybe we'll do a video about that in the future. But anyways, obviously this will be a very useful guide to any vegan who's moving to Tokyo. But even if you're just visiting, you might want to consider getting an accommodation with a kitchen so you can try these amazing products. They're affordable, they're delicious, and you can only find them here. Plus, if you're traveling to places that are a bit more remote and further from Tokyo, you might not have options at restaurants. So bringing your own bento could be the move. And I've never done this, but my friend uses the app Couchsurfing to stay with random people all over the world for free, and usually the host family just asks that you make them a meal. So this could be helpful to make them something delicious, vegan, and affordable. So we're gonna start off with the stores that are walking distance from my apartment. I live close to Waseda University in the Shinjuku ward. The closest grocery store to me happens to be my favorite, Life Supermarket. They don't close till midnight. I like going later because things are marked down. Let's eliminate food waste by buying some produce that only has a few days left. It's cool, I'll eat it tonight. 94 yen for some bell peppers, about 4 in there. That's a pretty good deal. Every market in Japan has an amazing tofu selection, but they also have tofu-based desserts and pudding. They also have meat alternatives, but I personally get cheaper ones, but this is still under 300 yen. This tofu-based pudding's pretty good, especially if you like Earl Grey tea flavor. I always keep this in my fridge. It's so good. It tastes just like flan. It's definitely, like, if you like caramel, then I would suggest getting this one. The other one's kind of giving more like milk tea, Earl Grey tea, but this one is like that caramel flan flavor, and it's just so good. Seriously, the best dessert. And you know what I love to do? I got this kiwi jelly from Life Supermarket. It was about 400 yen, but I love to drizzle a little bit on this pudding. It's so good. I use a lot of butter in my cooking, and this vegan butter is so realistic and creamy. I love it. This is why I grocery shop at night. A lot of the bread is discounted 20% off, and they will still last a few days, probably a week if you put in the fridge. There is a designated plant-based section in the supermarket. You've got your vegan instant noodles, you got some fake ground beef, you got salad dressing, only one flavor, the other one's sold out. You have some pre-made curries and sauces, and then up here you have the dehydrated soy meat, but I would not suggest buying it from here. There is a cheaper place I will mention. Miso paste is an essential, but make sure you translate those ingredients because a lot do have fish in it. I love corn, gotta grab that. Japan is known for its curry, so of course the selection is extensive. A lot have meat in it though, but these are clearly marked vegan, and these bags will last you at least 10 servings each. You could get mild, you could get spicy. Mapo tofu is delicious and it's easy to make. Unfortunately, a lot of these flavor packets do have pork in it, but some of them are vegan, including these 3. Check the ingredients because this is super easy to make. All you need is a block of tofu, some veggies, and a side of rice. If you need a quick snack on the go, pick up a bag of nuts. It's only 200 or 300 yen. And now we are in my favorite section, the 100 yen snack section. You can get veggie straws, onion rings. They have these individually wrapped wafer cookies that come in a box of 6. This is really nice to add to your bento or your lunch at school. We got a big old bag of potato crisps for 100 yen, rice crackers. Check this section out because there's a lot of vegan stuff. Oh, and you can get vegan mayo at almost any market. Now we're gonna walk up to Santoku Market. This location's small, but they have a lot of good stuff. Japan is known for those extreme produce prices, but honestly, it's more on the fruit. The vegetables are about the same as my country. Over here, the vegan cheese slices, as you can see, they're around the same price as the normal cheese slices. I appreciate that because in my country, they upcharge for anything vegan. When I see this flavor, I grab it. It's pretty rare. This is also another item that I'm always gonna have in my fridge at all times. This is the best soy milk flavor, and for some reason I can only find it at that one market. They make over 25 flavors of this soy milk. Thinking of doing a video ranking them all because I've tried quite a few of them already, but this is the best one out of all of them that I've tried. So good. I'm not even really a fig person, but mixed with soy milk, it's just so earthy with the right amount of sweetness, and it's delicious. Like, you gotta try this. You can only find it in this one market, so if you happen to by chance find this, grab it and try it and let me know what you think. Or if you have tried it, let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's amazing. Now we're gonna walk around the corner to York Foods, which is owned by 7-Eleven, so you might recognize some of these items. All stores in Japan are gonna have a soy-based yogurt, but this one is the best ever. I tried a lot. This one over here is mid. This is the best. I'm telling you, this is the best vegan yogurt I've ever had, period. Not just here in Japan, but in my entire life. It's soy-based, and there's a lot of soy-based yogurts out here, but soy-based, cashew-based, coconut-based, any type of non-dairy vegan yogurt I've had has not been this milky. Like, it has that tart, delicious, like, yogurt flavor. I'm telling you, it's so good. The texture is like spot on. Some of the other ones, you could just tell, you know what I mean? This one's believable. Like, I actually had to translate the ingredients again because I was like, oh no, did I accidentally buy real milk yogurt? It's so milky.
Moo, I'm a cow.
And I'm just a weirdo. I like to just have unsweetened yogurt. I love that tart, milky yogurt flavor. If I am craving something sweet, I could always drizzle my kiwi jam on top of it. But I just like eating this plain because it's so milky, and I miss dairy products like that. Also, sometimes I'll just throw a glob into those instant spicy noodles, like the Korean ones. I will make that and then just throw a glob of this to make it a little creamy. It balances the spicy flavor. Like, you could put this in a lot of recipes. Like, this is my favorite. I'm really gonna miss this too. I love this tomato-based vegetable juice with over 30 veggies and no salt added. They also have cheap fruit juice. They have all kinds of frozen veggies and fruit. As always, there's a good tofu selection, and they even have vegan sea urchin and vegan mascarpone, which is really good with that kiwi drizzle, by the way. Look at this incredible tofu selection. You will also find the famous 7-Eleven tofu bars, including the sweets bar, which I find to be a little nasty. And by the way, things aren't affordable just because the yen is weak right now. I'm recording this in the summer of 2024. Even when I would visit Japan years ago and the yen and the dollar were about the same, because the vegetables are the same and the vegan items are cheaper, they're not upcharging just because it's vegan, you end up saving a lot of money on groceries as long as you don't buy fruit. Like I said, every market has a vegan mayo. You gotta try the vegan Kewpie mayo. It's amazing. This place also has a section of discounted items that may be expiring soon, so check it out. You never know what you might find. York Foods is the only place where I can find a bag of vegan shredded cheese, and it's actually cheaper than all the other 200-gram bags of dairy cheese, so I always stock up when I'm here. Directly across from York Foods is a smaller grocery store, and they have some really good deals on produce. Then I hopped on the bus to go to Kabukicho, which is only 10 minutes away from where I live. I'm in Pepe Center, going to Can Do, which is my favorite 100 yen shop. I like it better than Daiso. Almost everything here is 100 yen unless otherwise stated. So yes, these bags of soy meat are only 100 yen a piece. If you move to Tokyo, you can stock your new kitchen with all your favorite spices, and they're only gonna be 100 yen each. They got sauces. They have so many things here. You can get containers, plastic baggies, saran wrap, anything you need. Bowls, plates, and almost everything here is just 100 yen. Now let's get into a recipe using these cheap ingredients. Peel and chop a carrot. I like to use these little cookie cutters. You can get them at Kandu, you can get them at Daiso, whether you're gonna stay here or go home. They're nice to have. I utilize these quite a bit. But anyways, this is how I use them because I like my dishes to be aesthetically pleasing. You don't have to do all this, but I enjoy it, and it's pretty popular in Japan considering you can find these little cookie cutter things at almost any store. Now let's prepare this bag of cheap soy meat. What you're gonna do is submerge it underwater for like 15 minutes. Then you're gonna drain the water out, and you wanna season it because it's just plain soy. You gotta make sure it has flavor. So put all your favorite seasonings. I put hot sauce, soy sauce, and I'm gonna let it marinate for a cool minute. I use a lot of butter when I cook. This is my favorite butter. I'm gonna add a glob to my hot pan. Then I'm gonna add some onion, garlic, and ginger and just cook it up nice and good. Then I'm gonna throw some soy sauce into the mix. Why not add a splash of vinegar into the mix? If you have mirin, that works too. Now I gotta decide what curry I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the cheaper one because this is a budget video, so I just eyeball it and dump some in. But I don't want that to get burnt. I need some liquid, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water. You could use veggie stock, but this is so flavorful, you don't really need it. You could just use water. So we're cooking it up. We gotta mix it good, and voila, we got some delicious Japanese style curry. Make sure you got that rice going because you can't have curry without rice. We need some protein, so let's fry up the meat that was marinating. Get it nice and cooked. I almost like mine burnt, charred. Also, let's get some rice in one of these really cute molds that you can get at Kandu, Daiso, even Life Supermarket has them. Trust me, they're worth it. They do really cute things to the rice. You'll see. We gotta make sure that it's delicious, so add a little more soy sauce, mix it around, get it nice and charred. In the meantime, we're gonna cook the carrots. Some people do it with their curry. I do it separately. You'll see why when I do the presentation. We also need to get some corn in the mix. Let's get some chopped green onions going. Making a little mixture out of green powder and hot sauce. Now we are gonna pour some curry onto the plate, some corn. We're gonna place our bear-shaped rice, add some meat, carefully place our carrots in a very cute arrangement, add some green onion, and we're gonna use that powder to make a face. Just use my mixture of powder and sauce and apply it with a chopstick. But some people cut out pieces of seaweed. They have the cutters at Daiso, but I feel like they never work for me, so I just do it this way. I will let you know where I got my green powder, but for now, let's just admire this cute and affordable dinner. I used no more than 300 yen worth of ingredients to make this, and 300 yen is equivalent to $2.08 in US currency. So this is a very cheap meal, but it's got protein, it's got fiber, and it's freaking cute. We gotta talk about rice. 1,500 yen for this bag of rice, 2 kilograms. And this lasts me pretty long. Obviously, if you're a big family or a big group that's coming, you might want to get a bigger bag. Or if you're staying longer, you can get a bigger bag. Honestly, I have been here for 2.5 months and I've already gone through 2 of these. So I could have got the 5 kilogram bag. I just didn't feel like carrying it home because when I bought this, I also had a bunch of other groceries. But yeah, you know, buy in bulk, save money. And obviously you can buy rice anywhere, even the convenience stores, which are on every single block. So if you forgot to grab some rice, just go to Family Mart across the street, just go to 7-Eleven down the way, and you can get yourself a bag of rice. Another recipe that begins with a glob of butter on the hot pan. Mix her up. We're toasting bread because I do not have a toaster. Maybe your accommodation won't have a toaster. This is how you do it without a toaster. Let's Squirt out some Kewpie mayo, some mustard. I got this from 7-Eleven, the vegan cheese. These sprouts are only 56 yen for the whole container. I use them in a lot of soup, salad, garnish, and sandwiches. Obviously, we're adding onion and a bunch of the meat that we prepared earlier. And of course, you cannot forget the hot sauce. Nothing like a nice juicy sandwich. Let's give it a go. I think it needs a little more hot sauce. I also just want to say, just because it has flames on it doesn't mean it's gonna be spicy. This is not spicy. A lot of the hot sauces I purchased are not spicy. To me personally, I can handle a lot of spice. A lot of them are sweet. Like, this tastes sweet to me, but it's still flavorful. So I'm gonna put it on my sandwich. You want a bite? Because I'm using fancy walnut bread, which is delicious by the way, I probably spent 160 yen on the ingredients for this sandwich, which comes out to $1.11 in United States currency. Not only is it delicious, but it keeps me full throughout the school day. Now this next segment is about specialty stores, health stores in Tokyo. They're not usually the most budget friendly, so I wouldn't recommend them if you're trying to save money. But let's say you want to splurge today and you just want something quick to go with your rice, like a pre-made vegan hamburger patty with demi-glaze sauce, or just something unique, or maybe you want to take back something home to your vegan loved one and you want to find something unique and special. Here's a few stores in the area that I like to grab cool items from, but I don't do this very often because I'm on a budget. I'm a student, okay? So back in Kabukicho at that same center, Pepe, if you go downstairs to the second basement level, there's a health food store that has a lot of good vegan things. It's called Natural and Organic Bon Raspal. It's pretty small, but they do have a freezer with some vegan ice cream options. A lot of things are clearly marked vegan, and every item has a label that tells you if it's organic, plant-based, or gluten-free. So this could be really helpful if you're celiac. There is some produce, but it's a small selection and there's no crazy deals here. I have a lot of pre-made stews that are vegan and these hamburger patties. The last one here with the demi-glaze sauce is my ultimate favorite. This curry selection is insane. They have curry powder, curry cubes, and pre-made curry sauce in the bag. You'll know what's vegan. It's very clearly marked. And it's not just Japanese curry here. They have Indian curry, Thai curry. They have a really good selection here. Here's a section of things that are expiring soon, so they are discounted, perfect for those who want to save money. They do have specialty items like vegan stock cubes and powders. The refrigerated section is pretty small, but they do have vegan spreads and butter. Now let's go back towards Waseda to the Waseda Natural Food Center. It does not show up in English on maps, so you want to type it in Japanese. I love this fair trade coffee. They have a lot of the same pre-made stews and sauces as the last specialty store that we were at, but the variety is a bit different, so if you're super into things like this, it may be worth it to check both stores out. Also, both of these health food stores have a section for essential oils, all natural toiletries, cosmetics, laundry detergent, hair dye, shampoo, basically anything that you would need that's all natural and organic. And this one also has a small produce section as well. This is my beloved green powder packed with 12 different vegetables. It's 348 yen for a box of 20, but make sure you read the ingredients when buying green powder because some other brands do have dairy in their mix. Aside from the bare faces, I actually use this in a drink. I prepare it like a matcha with soy milk, and you can get soy milk at any store. I think it tastes better than matcha. It's just so earthy and delicious, and it is caffeine free, so I can enjoy this at any time, even late at night. When I first discovered this, I had to buy a couple of boxes to bring home because not only is it delicious, but it's very affordable and healthy. That's my rundown on grocery shopping as a vegan on a budget in Tokyo. I hope this was helpful in any way. And if you know a vegan who's moving or even just visiting Japan, you might want to send this to them. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. Don't be a hater. Until next time.